When you dial 911, every second, every split second matters. The voices of dispatchers are tackling emergencies in real time, guiding officers through crisis and sending out help where it's needed the most, and some hope.
Yeah, our Fareeha Abrar is standing by right now, joining us, taking us inside of the Nassau County's 911 Operations Center. And Fareeha, these are our unseen first responders, unseen heroes. I think it's so cool you actually got to get inside and see what life is like on a daily basis for them.
Yeah, and a lot of officers actually don't get to see that themselves. But behind every flashing light and siren, a dispatcher's quietly controlling the chaos, making split-second decisions to save lives. Our first line of defense comes in the form of a calm voice on the other end of the phone. And Nassau County, Florida's 911 operators are no stranger to danger.
Like a lot of times we'll get the road rage people or saying they brandished a gun, like showed it as they're driving. And we try to locate those people as fast as we can by putting notes, staying on the line with the caller.
Peyton Jones says when this role fell into her lap after she became a mom, it seemed like the best way to serve the community she grew up in her whole life. But it doesn't come without challenges.
Yesterday I had a child call and say that her parents were fighting upstairs and she was really scared. She was crying. I was trying to calm her down, get her name, keep her mind off of it while also getting the pertinent information that I needed from my officers to make sure that nobody was like actively using a weapon or anything. But it is hard to hear like little kids talk. She was only 9. So you really just have to stay like zoned in on the call you're taking and separate it from your personal life. You cannot let it get to you emotionally or anything like that. You kind of have to just stay like a stone wall and just deal with it how you were trained to do it.
While pinpointing locations, tracking officers, and updating statuses in real time, operators like her quickly classify calls from medical emergencies and crashes to reckless driving and suspicious activity. Now, if you ever find yourself needing help from 911, Jones says share as much information as you can.
Like the pertinent information, we need the location first before we do anything, because if we don't have a location, we can't help you. Less stress is better. I know situations arise where it's hard to keep your cool, but we try to keep cool on our end so then you guys feel like you can think calmly and collectively.
And so those last tips coming from Jones as a 911 operator, she says the more detailed you can be as a caller, the more helpful their coordinated response can be.
Those are really helpful tips. You wonder, what do you need to know other than come right now, right?
Yeah.
Staying calm is difficult. It really is, especially when you're in the midst of that emergency. But it's good that you have people like her on the other end.
Right. And those high pressure situations, you have to make sure that when you're calling, you have to be as particular with your locations, right? You want to make sure that you let them know exactly where everything's happening.
Yeah.
But if you let them know you're in a location, you're maybe driving from one area to another, how do they know who to send out to these calls?
That's a great question, Brody. So first, what they do is they make sure if the call is coming, they find out where the help is needed, right? The location determines where the agency is going and which agency is responding, right? And then dispatchers need to know what type of emergency the caller is having. So once they figure out if you need an ambulance, a police officer, or a firefighter, that's how they get that information to the in-field first responders.
Awesome. Good stuff, Fareeha. We appreciate it. I mean, we have one more we want to ask her. Is there something you had in mind for her?
Well, I was curious, Jones, the person you talked to, did she say anything about someone in her role, how they can change their field? Maybe if anyone's watching and they are interested, because it seems like a very dynamic, interesting job to maybe get into it. Yeah,
well, she actually mentioned that if you're interested in getting into law enforcement, getting into a dispatcher's role is not only unique in the sense of you're relaying all this information to officers, but you're also getting to learn a lot of that code. That's cop speak that the officers get to speak, right?
Yeah.
And so getting to communicate a little bit better in the background allows you to communicate better in the field.
Good point. Very good point. Yeah. Kind of like with us, if you're getting in this field, it's good to work behind the scenes before.
Yeah.
I think many of us have had multiple jobs, done it all, and then made it wherever you are. Awesome stuff. Thanks for that, Fareeha.
Of course, no problem.
9 minutes now past the hour, folks.